Oh, hello. Yeah, so I was thinking to make a video how to actually play Aion, and let's get started. So the way you can join me or join us is if you open the video, just click on the first link that is on it, and then click on Play Aion. This website will appear. What you need to do now is you need to have an email address. I just made one here. And now what you need is a password. So what you're going to do is you just type in a password that you want to use, um, agree to this, and click on sign up. After signing up, being created, you will be forwarded. You're going to be on this website. And over here, you need to download the launcher, the GameForge launcher. So since I have that one already, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna log out on that one, and I'm gonna log in with the new one that I just made, and put in my password. I hope I remember my password, even though I just made it. Perfect. It says your email needs to be verified, so I'm just gonna do that on this on the side. So I'm just gonna move that on the different screen. Go to hotmail.com, open that one, log into my account, and go to my email, and then verify the email, hopefully. If I can find it. There you go. Outlook. There you go. Okay, so I can see the mail in there. So I would need to verify that one. The way I do it, your email address has not been confirmed. Just click on that. For security purposes, we need to know where your email address is currently. You can't find it, blah, blah, blah. So the email was sent. I have just received it in the junk mail. I've just verified it. Everything is done. Everything is sorted. This thing is done. This thing is sorted. Just in case, I'm going to close that. You know, make sure that it's also closed here. Usually after closing here, a few seconds later, it disappears here from here as well. Now I'm going to restart it, and then I should be able to run the game. So while the game is running, if you need more accounts, you can always just click on settings, and you can add accounts here as you like. I would recommend not to make more than 3 accounts at the same time. Technically, you just need one. A lot has 2, but one is kind of enough. So while we are waiting, just more information, you should also go to this page, support, and you should register yourself a support account if there's any issues, if there's anything you need to know. I can also make a video on how to write a support ticket for this one. And for more information, you can always just go to forum, which is that one. Usually every Wednesday is maintenance, so if you click on that location, you get the latest information on what is going on Classic, what events are coming, what is happening. For example, this is an important news that on the first anniversary giveaway, so there's like an anniversary thing happening currently, and I think there's also a stream like tomorrow or something. Yeah, something like that. Anyways, let's continue. So now we are already here. Let me just minimize everything. Then you click on it, and now you have the you can select which server you want to play. You can play on Tahabata and you can play on Atreya. Technically, it makes no difference which server you select, but I'm going to say Atreya is the server which is a bit more full, like which is a bit more popular. There are more players on it active, and Tabata has less players. But the in-game, what you can do is you can the dungeons, and there's also multi-map coming soon, and there's also broker, which is a global broker, which I showed in the video. So the servers are combined in a way. So if you're a player who is like, yeah, well, I would like to do more solo, more on my own, with less people on the server, then Tabata might be the best way. If you like being at the place where there's like full and there's a lot of people, then Atreya is your way to go. Me myself, I play on Atreya, so that's why I'm gonna select Atreya right now. Then you have the option to select which faction you want to play. You want to play the Asmodean side, or you want to play the Elios side. Classes wise, there are differences in the skills. So, for example, Assassin, the Asmodean Assassin and the Elios Assassin, the Asmodean Chanter and the Elios Chanter, the Asmodean Spirit Master and the Elios Spirit Master, the Templars. So there are definitely differences. There is not really a right answer. Um, there are usually more Elios on a server. I don't know why that is. It's like it doesn't really give you an advantage to be an Elios or to be an Asmodean. It's totally your own preference. I can't even say that, yeah, one side is more nice, one side is not. It's literally, players on both sides equally. Some are, like it's like in every single game. If you have toxic players, if you have nice people, if you have, whatever, English speaking, German speaking, it's literally the same thing. So it's your personal preferences. If you're starting with a group of friends, then try to make sure that you are all on the same faction if you want to play together. But if you want to beat up each other, then obviously it doesn't really matter which faction people are. Again, since I am in Elios, I have been in Elios forever, I am going to select Elios in that one as well. It asks you again to, because you can't change the faction after selecting the faction on an account. So to play an Asmodean, you would need a new account, which I just explained to you. The easiest way to do that is by clicking on the option I just, gave you. Okay, now I'm gonna click on this one, and you get featured the latest class which just came in, which is the Revenant. So you have a male version and a female version. No, this game is not locked on gender, so you can select which one you want for every single class. So basically you have the warrior, which is here. It's more your typical tank, AoE wise, and your face tank. Then you have the scouts, which usually go into leather, which is your typical assassin and your ranger. Then we carry on with the mage, your typical, like this one is like the sorcerer, and the second one, like you can become his spirit master. Again, it doesn't matter if you make female or male. That does not matter at all. Then you have the priest, which is the main healer in the group. So you can go with the cleric, which is the main priest, or the chanter as the support class. And then we have the new class, as I just said, Revenant, with the soldier, male and female. So, should I select? Which one should I select? I think I'm just gonna go for now with. Let's make a mage. Let's go with a mage. Shall we make a male? Let's make a male way mage. Yeah, let's go with this one. Okay. So first of all, select a name. There are restrictions, so there are certain words that you cannot use, obviously, but technically you can go with anything you want. Usually it starts with one capital letter and then you have small letters. So I don't know, I'm just gonna say start with L and go on with E and then M, lem, Lemnaya, maybe. Then you click and check on name, which tells you that the name already exists. Let's add another A, and then it says invalid name. Okay, so let's go with Lem Lemkazu. You can use this name. Perfect. Okay, so now we go onto the faces. I just don't really care right now. Like, I'm just gonna select randomness. The body shape, I can go here as well, select the ones I like. So you can go really deep into it. So you can, take off his clothes, give him the starter gear, give him like more like a end gear, and then you can, kind of tweak around and just like look how you want to have him. So you can in-game change his the appearance as many times as you want. You just need a ticket that you would need to either acquire in-game, or you need to acquire the ticket from the shop. So it's technically not that big of a deal. If you are not happy with everything, you can always change around and do whatever you want to fix it, right? Then you have all those parameters, and again, you can fix it and have him look like as you want. I usually go with white hair because I think that's kind of nice. I usually go with that kind of eyes, usually with a different face shape. I think that looks kind of nice. I do like, wait, let me show you which hair I like. I like that hairstyle. That looks kind of sick, I think. I don't like large characters, like if the character is too big, not a big fan of that. So after I make him smaller, I need to resize the head as well, and then you can see already the feet are really huge. So I'm gonna tweak on that as well. Hand size we can go lower, and then just make the legs a little bit smaller. Then in here I'm gonna go with tough. That sounds nice, and this is how he's gonna look like in the normal armor, and this is like how it's gonna look like in the other armor. So now let's start it, and now you can set up a pin. I'm just gonna, for the sake of the video, I'm gonna show you what like a pin that I'm just gonna create right now. Let's go with 6655 44, and then you need to type it again, 665544. Then you say okay, so the pin is registered. So you're gonna go again 665544. If you have the issue that um, lose the pin or whatever, then you can always just go to this page and you can click on settings, and you can click on this one. That one you can reset the pin, you know. So, but you need to confirm with the email. So that's why it's important. You can always just click on this one, change pin. But for that one, you would need the old pin, and then you type in twice the new pin to change the pin. So let's go. Usually I skip this video. For skipping, you just need to wait a few seconds and then disappears, and then you can skip that. You can obviously just watch it, and this is how we start the game. So after you are in the game, you are on the map Poeta, which is the first starting zone for the Elias. For the Asmodeans, the map is a little bit different. Obviously, it should be Ishalgan is this one, which we can't get there because it's only for Elias side. And now there are a few things that I'd like to talk about. First of all, you have this question marks. There will be keep appearing, which will give you a basic information and structure on how everything works. So if you have never played an MMORPG before, which is a massive multiplayer online role-playing game, then it's not bad, and there's no shame in listening to whatever it has to say, and like there are more, and then trying to understand what is happening. If you are a little bit familiar with games like this, then you can just click on this do not show tutorial from now on, and then you can click on close, and the window closes itself. Okay, So the first thing I usually like to do, I like to set up my user interface. So I go to menu, I go to system, I go to options, and then I add the show extra quick bar 3. I go the floating bar, and I add another floating bar, which are those bars over here. And then I display, because I like PvP more, so I don't really care about the basic titles. So I click on this one, I change that to Abyss rank. The Legion name, it's fine. You don't have to show, but you can. Speech bubbles, if you're streaming, then it's always good to hide them, because people could be saying some nasty stuff that you don't want to have visible in your streams. So other than that, you can leave it on, so it's your personal preference. Again, there are a lot of settings here. If there's anything you don't like, you can just tick it off and it will be gone. So your status bar, I usually click in, group and alliance members. Then I go further down. I go to the camera and click on max. Then I go further down. And this is something really important for me, at least. Show headwear. In my opinion, most headwear from low level kind of look weird, or you look like a school scout, which is not my cup of tea. So I like to hide that one, especially on male characters. And the Legion cloth is also something which I like to hide. Not that I have a problem with that. It just, I mean, it look like it can look cool, but sometimes it also just looks weird. That's why I like to hide it, you know. Then there's this option with your character details. If you like, you can hide them as well. You can hide trades, you can decline trades, you can decline group invitation, Legion invitation, friend request, dual request, or whatever, And then we move on to the right side. So on the right side, I leave usually everything as it is. I know there's a lot of you out there which have an issue with click to move or general clicking, So if you like that, it's default, but there's also the possibility to to turn off click to move. So if you click on this one, you press apply, then click to move is gone. For the sake of the video, I'm going to leave it on because it just makes things easier for explanation, right? Then what I do, the overlay map transparency. So there are a few things that shortcuts, a few things that you really need to understand, which are kind of key in the game. So if you press M, you open up this window, which is like the huge map with all the explanations and quests and all that, right? But if you press N, you get like an invisible map, which is this one over here. And that map is related to this transparency. So depending on how much I'm going to put it on, I can either see it or I can, like remove it. So could go like this, and then I can, just make it like this, and then you can see it's barely visible, but I'm going to keep it on full for now and have it visible for me. So what I like to do is I click on, when you click on this thing, you can lock certain things on the screen, and if you click on this again, you can unlock them. What I like to do, I like to press double N, which makes the whole map larger, and then I have it open on the map, and I just close that one, and then I just have the map open in front of me. There will be a time when it's not necessary for you anymore, but it's default settings for me, and I like the way it is. You don't have to, it's just convenience. It's just, for me, I like it better. The next thing I like to do is, this is more related to my monitor. I have some huge ass monitors, so I like to go the UI size, which is a user interface size, to 0.7, which, if you see, it's gonna make everything a little bit more smooth and tiny and everything, more amazing. And now HUD bottom, which is this one and this one, I like to have it on the top. You're probably used to it from other games as well. So I like to do that this way. So if you want to do that, that is a possibility. Now it even makes more sense to kind of, again, like move this around as you like it. So I have it in here. And if it's locked, it doesn't really bother me at all. It doesn't really disturb me in any way or shape. Then the next thing what I do is I scroll down here. I turn off the profanity filter because I'm not 10 years old. And then that's it for now on this one. Then I go on the next one. The graphic usually is on max, which is okay. It's not that big of a deal because we're just doing PvE for now. Then on the sound settings, I usually um, like to have the soundtrack kind of high. So I kind of go with the volume a little bit lower, but the ambient SFX, I kind of have it a little bit higher. And the overall control, I keep that at 20. Depending on if I'm listening to Audible book, then usually I'm either mute it or do something else because I have this thing with sounds. If there's too many sounds, my brain shuts down. So that is me. Again, it doesn't have to be you. So what else I do? The next thing I do, this is just because I have a Razer Naga axe. It has 12 buttons on the left side where my thumb is. So that's why the way I play, again, you don't have to do that because I'm just used to it since many, many years. So I come here and I change certain things, which for me just makes more sense having it the way I wanted it, right? So what I usually like to do, I go down here and I kind of like just do the settings. So in this one, I enter this, and in this one, I'd enter this, which is from my thumb, it's 11, 12, and then I hold Alt and do again 11 and 12. So this is like the default. So it's basically these two bars, right? Then the next thing that I do is I remove bandage healing, which you might need at the beginning. So I'm gonna keep it here again. Before you want to remove something, you will need it. Then I move number 4. I As a major class, I'm gonna remove attack as well. Put this on 1, this on 2. I don't need sitting down. I don't need weapon switch and return. I do need that, but I will do it a little bit different. So first of all, I'm gonna take this one, move it away, take the return, put it in here so it's not in the way. Then what I do is so this is something which is a little bit weird. So those two bars are really helpful and really interesting, but everyone sets them up in the way they want to do it. And it depends on also the class they play. So magic class has a lot of skills, right? Since the magical class has a lot of skills, there are going to be skills that you need to click. So what that means is you are technically key binding everything, which basically means that if I press number 1, the number 1 with skill would be you going, and if I press number 2 skill. But there's also something like if I press Q and E and R and A, D, usually with A, D, C, I buff myself before attacking, right? So like this is basically just key binding, and I don't want to tell you how to key bind because everybody does their own key binding, whatever feels natural to them. For me, what I just said is natural. Like there are players who play with shift 1 2 3, and there are people who play with alt 1 2 3, whatever. So since I'm the alt person who plays with alt, um, yeah, it's again personal preferences. So what I mean by that is I would rather put my skills that I need to click on those movable bars, and I would move them to a place where my mouse naturally is and it feels naturally right. So me, regardless what I'm doing, usually my mouse is in this area, right? So I would go ahead and I would just move those things over here. So imagine I need to, like for example, if I need to click on this one, then I will have the possibility to do that quite easily because the mouse is already there, right? So now I'm going to press OK. So this is like the default settings. And as I progress on playing the class, I usually start changing stuff to my personal liking, right? So now, um, after I'm in the game, after the user interfaces settings is done, I have one more thing that I like to do is the chat. I usually like to have the chat over here on the left side. What I usually do, I click on the default chats and I delete them, all of them, because they are not really needed for me in that sense. And then I go to the first one cannot be deleted. All chat stays. So I keep that one. Then I click on the tab again, click on add. I click on LFG, which is like looking for group basically, the meaning. And then I click on this one. I select the number no, sorry, it's number 3. Then I click on change, and this is my default, which I am on. So this is like the world chat where people are buying, selling, looking for group, trading, flaming each other, hating each other, loving each other. This is where all the shenanigans are happening, right? So I have that open on the left side. If there's something that interests me, I'll read it, I look at it. If there's nothing that I care, then I usually just ignore it. Then what I do, I press P and then move my profile down here. And the reason for that is something that will come a little bit later. Um, I will be explaining that in more depth this window in a shorter video. So this is like the longer version. And then, I can basically just, I have that over here. I have the map here, I have that here. So I'm now ready to play the game. Okay. But as a starter, as a new player, as a beginner, the first thing you should do is you should click on this one and you should take it, because what is going to happen, you just got an item, and you also need to do is you open the Aion shop in this one, and then you should have this pack for free. I don't know if that's a permanent thing. I don't know if it's gonna stay forever. For now, I think it's amazing that this option is there. I hope it stays forever, but it might be removed someday. But for now, I guess it is what it is. So how that works? Wait, is that the one? Uh, No, sorry. That was the one I was talking about, the Deva Novits Pass. The other one is an anniversary gift, which is nice to have, but the Deva Novits Pass is the one I was talking about. I'm sorry. And again, I don't know how long this is gonna stay, but for now it is there, and this is the first item you should be getting, so I'm just gonna get that. It's completely for free. Generally, if you want to look for other free stuff, because regardless whatever time you start in the game, if you click on the discount item, you will have the free items in here. You can just browse through the shop a little bit and just check out stuff. For example, this one, I don't know how long this is gonna stay. This one is also a really, really, really good pack. It cost like 6-7 euros. I think it's quite cheap, but it's for beginners. It's like really, really good because it gives you full golden accessories, right? So let's go back to where we are right now. So after getting the stuff from the shop, which was totally for free right now, we're gonna click on the Black Cloud Market at the top here, at this gift bag, and then a Shogu will appear. This Shogu, if I mess up with him, like because I'm fighting or there are monsters or I'm not talking to him and I'm ignoring him, he would disappear after a while, and then you have like 30 minutes till he comes again. Or you just go to the next city and speak to the mailbox. So I'm going to click on it, and now this window appeared. I do not have to take everything because right now I don't have space anyways. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the stuff that I currently want to take. So I'm going to go with this one and this one. And I'm also going to take this one for now. This one I'm going to leave in there for now. This one I'm going to leave in there. Uh, this one I'm going to leave in there. That's it. Okay. So I'm going to close this. And now I can use this, which is like a little emote, which can be controlled in the emote section. Again, when I'm doing the explanation tabs of all of them, stay tuned for that one where you're going to have more information how that works. So this is like just an animation. It's for 15 days and it's only there right now due to the anniversary. If you want a permanent version, you would need to come here. You would need to buy this Deva Pass. You would need to complete it. And then in this one, somewhere, there you go. You have the motion card birthday celebration, which you just have 15 days left to complete. So if you want that one, then this is the way to go. Okay. So for now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep this one. This one is quite nice, and I'm gonna open that one. The reason why I'm opening this one is because it gives you scrolls. So let me just put the scrolls up here for now. I'm gonna put, wait, this scroll and the running scroll. I am a magical class, so attack speed scrolls for this one is kind of useless, so I'm just gonna throw them away. The cast speed scrolls are here, the running scrolls are here, and this one I can open at level 10, so I'm just gonna keep it with me, and let's see what's in here. I have some potions, so I'm just gonna put the potions in here, and I have 3 transformation candies, which are really great as well, so I'm gonna keep that in here. And yeah, that is it for now. um, I have the bandage skill here, which kind of which heals me, but to heal me, every single time I use the bandage. This is not a skill which I would be using in the long run, because the amount that I'm healing, it's just really low, but for now it's okay. And this is like buff food, which for now I can disactivate. It gives me uh, E2 speed healing, so my healing is just increased a little bit faster. Okay, so now we are ready to play the game. So what I like to do is I like to collect in the first map, and you will thank me later. I like to collect the first 2-3 levels. I like to just collect area, which I'm not going to do right now. I'm just going to continue on leveling. But just to give you an explanation, I like to collect at least 10 of those. The reason for that is when I reach the first city, there's a quest where a lady will ask me to bring her 10 aria. But when I've already collected 10 of those, I can just give her 10. If you fail here, that is not a big deal. It's just because over here, if you press K, you can see at crafting, your collection level is 3. And the crafting level is also 3. So you need to be collecting to raise up the level. Um, so you have a better success rate, and generally just the failure rate goes down. So you level 4. The color is golden. As I'm leveling up more and further away from 3 for Arya, my the color of the name is also gonna fade away. So it's, first of all, it's golden, and it will start fading towards white direction. Each time I collect an item, I can do it 3 times. So every item I find, I can collect it 3 times, and then I have to wait for a respawn. The items at the beginning, there are loads of them, so respawning time is quite fast, so there is a possibility to just do that easily. So what you can do is, on the whole map, while you're collecting, there are certain things which you can actually sell for quite well, by the way. There are certain reasons for that. It would explode the video to explain why those items have a good value to sell. It's literally to just start all the professions in the city. You need those items. So that's why if you have a good amount, you put them out at the broker, and people will buy it. So other than that, what I usually like to do, I speak to this guy Elpas, and then take the quest. Now you can use the running scroll as well. You can look here. Now I have my running speed is 7.2. You can activate a panda, which is the candy, which also increase the running speed, if I'm correctly. So the first quest is hand in. Now the next quest would be, there you go. Now I can either with the mouse click on the mob, or let me give him a root, which is like, root just means that he's standing there. That was number 2. Then I start casting my skill. As a mage class or magical class, my defense are not that high, so the best way to do is kind of to keep the mob on distance. As a melee class, which just means that a plate, for example, a Templar or a Gladiator, my defenses are much higher, or a healer class, where it doesn't really matter if I'm getting too much damage. So I need to kill 3. So far I've killed 2. Let's kill 1 more to complete the 3. That was a crit. That was actually good that I critted, because now I remembered that I can go here, I can add tab, and I can have a DPS, for example, which would I would go back here, I would click on combat self, I would click on my attack, my critical, my skill, my buff, which can be helpful. What I like to do, as in all the physical classes, I like to change the attack into a color that stands out, and for magical, I like to use the critical in a color that stands out. So I'm gonna go for red, put it in here, and then this one is also visible. So now I can, for example, just go ahead and just use the skills, and it should give me uh, the information in here. Wait, did I do something wrong? Wait, let me check. Oh, did I not use that one? Oh, I didn't. Sorry. And crit red. There you go. Oh, I need to click on change now. I'll take the next one. There you go. So on here you can always see how much you have damage you have done. Let's kill more so we can see like a crit or something. Uh, so the way I'm looting is I press C to loot faster. Later on, you can have a pet. Well, at level 10, you can buy a pet from the shop, which is if you just open the shop, you go here, you go to the pet section. It's this one, this pet. This one, it's really cheap. It costs 199 coins. So you can see it like this. 150 coins are 5 euros. So if you buy this pet at level 10, you can hatch it, and then you can put those scrolls in there, and you can put 1 second. Yeah, it will automatically also, you can activate the option that it loots for you. So me myself, I can't see myself playing the game without the pet. The pet is just a necessity in my opinion. But again, you do whatever you want to do. So yeah, then you can see that I am struggling with mana already a little bit. So the best way to get mana back, if you have nothing to do, is just sit down a little bit. Then you see that the mana starts getting healed up, because currently I do not have any potions, and using those potions is a bit too valuable to waste them on just those mobs that I'm doing right now. So let's continue with the quest. We have collected the 3. The next thing we're gonna do is he gives you another quest where you have to collect those bags over here. So let's do that. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 3 now, and number 4. Okay, let me come back, jump back to him. Another quest done. And whenever you see this icon means you can teleport to the next location. This is like a new feature that was added. This is, by the way, the lady where I was saying that I tried to collect the this is the quest where she asks me if I have Aria collected, and then I think I don't have 10, but let's see. Yeah, she needs 10. I have 7, which is okay. I still can get more. Then I speak to this guy, which is starting the campaign. I'm gonna get to that, what that means, and then I come here to my mage trainer, speak to him. He gives me 250 XP as well, and then here I get my next skill, which costs 3 Kina, which is not that bad of a deal. So now I have 2 important things to talk about before we continue. Okay, so first of all, when we bought the Novice Pass, when we got the Novice Pass, which was the beginner pack in here, when we got that for free, again, the Novice pack is for free. When we got that one from here, it also had 7 days of Seals energy. Aion Classic is a free-to-play game, which means that you do not have to buy the game or you do not have to pay for the game. You can completely play it for free. But obviously, you guys know how the world works. Hopefully, everything needs to make money some way, or in a way that the company can survive. So the way how it works in Aion is through the shop first of all, and the second option is the seal aura. So the seal aura, which just means that there are things that is just unlimited in your account if you have it activated. So you can come here, you can click on seal, for example, and there you have it. So you can buy it for 3 days, you can buy it for 30 days, or you can buy it for, here's like a cheaper, this is like a cheaper version for 30 days. This is like, I think, one time only every now and then, and this is what like for a longer time. And this is a pack that occasionally comes in. Normally it costs less. This time this is costing a little bit more because of the value that is in there. So the value in this one is it gives you 400 kuna. I'm gonna get to that in a different video, and it gives you 180 days seals aura, which is a lot. So this buying this is actually not the bad idea. It gives you also the classy mafia clothing, which is this skin. It gives you a mafia hat, which is the hat that you can see, and it gives you the mafia wings, as you can see, right? So activating that would give you directly this the seal aura, and then it wouldn't say duration 6 days, it would say duration 7 days. If you don't have seal aura, you have seal aura every day for 1 hour. Every day 1 hour is for free. If you want more, you as a starter, you get with the Novice Pass, you get 7 days. So in the 7 days, you are easily able to get from level 1 to level 55 in one, or even if you're really slow, in 2 to 3 days. Maximum 3 days, you can level up your character to 55 if you're really slow. So the 7 days are more than enough to get you to 55. And in game, you can buy the seal aura from other people. For that, again, if you go back to the original video that we were looking at the beginning, I have posted more informations in here. So we have here the where is the did I post the Discord in here as well, or did I not post the Discord in here as well? Event Siege, Iron Gear Calculator, interactive maps, blah blah blah. Okay, I think I did it. Oh no, there it is. There it is. Aion Community Discord, and then Aion Global Market, legal shop, item trade, whatever. So how that works is, let me just show you. This is basically the Discord, this one. In this one, you can join, you can come here, and you can ask other players to sell you shop items for in-game currency, or you can buy for both servers, obviously, both sides, Asmos, Elias, everything. You can say, listen, I want to buy Seals Aura 30 days, and then you can buy from verified sellers and verified people. You will not be scammed, and ever since this server started, there was no incident for scamming from the people inside the server. We have so many people in here, and you always find somebody selling you the seal aura. So what I'm trying to say is, technically, there is a possibility to. Sorry, I'm still keep drinking because my throat is getting, talking too much. So you always have the possibility to get your seals aura just by grinding the in-game currency, and with the in-game currency you can buy the seals aura, the 30 days, the 180 days, or the 90 days, or whatever, right? So with the 7 days, you have the possibility to get to max level and start grinding Kina, and then you are technically able to use the 7 days completely to get enough Kina to be able to um, afford the seals aura only by playing. I think currently it's between 10 to 15 million each, which if you are doing all the quests and everything, you're getting quite easily. Like which brings me to my next point, which are the quests. So what you will see is on the map, you will see blue quest, dark blue quest, and golden quest. Gold quest are campaigns, and yes, you have the possibility to only do the campaigns and get to max level. The blue quest will usually end in this bracket, and the blue quests are additional XP, additional items, or they also give you a lot of times they also give you a lot of kina. So if you just exploring, playing the game, it is always nice to do the blue quest because they give you a lot of kina, right? So this is kina is the in-game currency, by the way. And the dark blue quests, they're usually an indicator quest, which basically means that they show you something new in the game. They show you a new path, a new direction, a new item, something that you have not seen before. Or like they are not a must, but they are a really helpful way to continue, right? So now we have the ice change, which is the next skill. I'm gonna click on it. I got a bunch of items that I don't need right now. I'm just gonna go to the Mina Linac, speak to him, click on sell, and sell everything that I don't need. I would keep those things, because those things are actually pretty strong. Like this one gives you natural healing increased by 2 and natural mana treatment increased by 3. And this one gives you physical attack increased by 2 and magic boost increased by 10. So this is like a buff. I can activate both. Now I've got my running sport up. I'm gonna run down. This one I can throw away. I don't need that for now, at least. And I'm gonna have my cast speed soon. Wait, press K. I just got a new skill, which is this one. I'm gonna put it in here. Activate that. Close this, and now see how that one will go. So I'm attacking him again with number 1. He's gonna run to me. I'm gonna give him number 3. Freeze him, root him, and start casting the next skill, and gone. So I'm just keep jumping, and the way I do this is like I hold the mouse with the right button, and then I'm just moving the camera while whatever, and then on the with the left hand I'm on my W, which I can just press to use to go forward. So in the end, what I will be doing, but again, this is just me. You don't have to do it this way. I will be removing these skills over here because I will be adding other skills in those ones. So, but I still have full mobility to be able to use, and I can use the binds A, D, S. I can use them for other skills, maybe for buffing or whatever. It it doesn't really matter. Okay, so now we are at a stage that we can just completely play the game, enjoy the content, just continue, level up, whatever, um, and try to get to max level and try to make as much Kina and just have fun in this amazing world of Aion. One more thing, um, if I see you in game on my server and you come to me and you say that you've seen this video, you let me know, and if you click on my name and you trade me, and if I'm not AFK, if I'm around, I will give you a starting help, depending on whatever I have available at that moment. Some potions, some scrolls, some Kina, whatever. So if you do see me in game, try to come to me, try to speak to me. Don't worry. It's only for new players. So the way it works, like if I click on your name, for example, if I click on her, I can see her seal. So she has, a free to play seal, so which is like for 1 hour. And in here I can see 6 days, right? So I will see that it is, if it's a new account, if it's an old account, whatever. And then this is like kind of what I like to do for you, because I really want to have new players. I always love it when new players join the game and they enjoy the game, for especially. So what I'm gonna do is that is what I'm offering you. So whenever you see me in game, just come to me, um, and then I'll trade you some goodies from the game. Don't get discouraged. The game is more end content. So at the beginning, it's more playing solo, having fun, trying to understand the game. And whenever you have reached end game, you will have a lot more fun. So this is it for how to playing Aion or how to getting into Aion and everything. Um, am I gonna do a level up series? I don't know. I might just continue with my ranger on my account. He's level 16, 17. I guess, yeah, I guess that's what I'm gonna do. I don't think that I'm gonna level up this mage on this account. I just made the account and everything just to explain you um, how to continue, how everything goes. Let me just one more thing. Let me just show you that one. So remember how we had this mailbox. So don't be afraid that the ones that we have not collected that they are gone or something. That is not how it works. You can go to every mailbox in any city. You just click on this one, and then you are able to get the items again. Okay, perfect. Okay, thank you very much. If you have more questions, if there's anything, you can always ask me either in Discord or in this video, like underneath in the comment section, or you can just, I don't know, man, message me in game. I hope you're having an amazing time in Aion, and I hope you're enjoying the game. I hope to see you in the game if you haven't downloaded it. So, see you next time. Take care. Bye.